Good morning, welcome to the last day of Snowmageddon. It's cold, we're out of firewood, and everyone has cabin fever. Forecast is 40 degrees after lunch, and we're going to split some firewood. Good afternoon. A little later in the day than I was hoping for. It's, I don't know, 2:30 or so now. It's 40 plus degrees out. Snow's melting pretty good. I'll have to drop a flannel here as I get started. Already kind of warm. Show you what I use. It's a splitting maul. Pretty basic, not super sharp. Does have a hammer end on the other. But it's mostly about the weight, hitting the wedge, small area, and expanding out as it goes into the wood and breaking it apart. It's got about a 3-foot handle, 36 inches. This one's got a little bit of shape to it. Most of the time I just have a straight handle, but this one has a little bit of shape to it. Little end here to help with the grip swinging. The duct tape, it's not broken. It wouldn't do you any good if it was broken. Duct tape wouldn't anyways. But it kind of just pads it, keeps the pieces of wood from hitting it and gouging out pieces. It gouges the tape instead, and then replace the tape once in a while. I just replaced this before I sat down. The other one was torn. Again, no damage to the handle, but just as the wood breaks over, maul breaks through the wood, spreads out, and can sometimes crack and hit here. Of course, you can also miss. If you're out of practice, might do that. I don't split nearly as much as I used to. You miss and you overshoot, and the piece of wood comes on this side of the head and hits right here, and end up, doing damage there. But that's what I use. Our wood pile is right here. Have to cut a little bit. It is mixed wood. Sycamore is not worth anything. It's kind of what's in the front there. Probably pick and choose a little bit, get in the locust and the hackberry. Don't see a cherry at the moment. I'm sure there's some of that in there as well. But it's all decent burning wood. The locust is probably the best, and then the sycamore is probably the worst, being it's a soft water type maple. They're of the same family anyways, but they don't split real easy. Sometimes there's a couple of them laying around that I've already, the snow there, breaking them up just because they're in the way so I could get to what I was trying to get to. But should probably fire up the machine and restock the pile. But since we're down to our last few sticks in the house and nothing left in the barn, I'd like to get a few bundles split up this afternoon before it gets dark, and then that'll get me through the rest of the week, and I'll keep tinkering away at it and adding more as we go. So get set up here and do a little splitting.